Hi guys, welcome to today's video and to my channel of course if you're new here. If we've not met before, I'm Debbie, hello, and I do a monthly series on my channel showing you everything I've hauled beauty and makeup wise in the previous month. So I'll be showing you everything that's come into my collection in the month of May in this video. There's no PR, but I warn you now, it is a big haul. I've been doing some damage this month. I've bought quite a lot of things, but they're things I'm super excited to now have in my collection, so I can't wait to show you what I've got. So if you're interested to see that, then please keep on watching. Understand it if you're not fond of massive hauls, so please click out of this one now if you don't want to see it, and I will understand and I'll catch up with you in the next video. But if you want to see what I've got, then let's hop straight into it. In this month I've concentrated on getting some of the things that I've wanted for a long time, and there's been a lot of sales on as well. So in my defence, this is why there's about 30 products in this haul, which I know is ridiculous, but some of these things I ordered back in March and April, and being in the UK but ordering from the US, these things have taken literally forever to get to me. So it just so happens a lot of it all came in the same month, but super exciting nonetheless. I was getting a package just about every other day, so yeah, really excited. So I'm going to kick off with one of the things I'm most excited about actually, and I've wanted these for the longest time, and these are the blush palettes from Lightly Makeup. So I got both of them. This one's the Fairy blush palette, and that's the colours in that one. Super pretty. I'm not sure about wearing that one as blush, but the rest I've tried out already and they're all really gorgeous. And then I've also got the first one that they came out with, which is the Clown blush palette. This one I've not used yet. Can't wait to do so though. It's got some beautiful colours again. I would use the yellow blush. I'm quite excited to use the yellow blush. I think that's going to be really pretty, and the other colours are gorgeous as well. So I've just been really loving blush just lately, and I've wanted these palettes forever. And what made me pull the trigger is that the shipping was reduced to $6, which when you're shipping things to the UK, I'm used to paying $25 plus for shipping. So when I saw that this was $6, I was like, that kind of mitigates the customs that I knew I was going to have to pay, because it still ended up costing me a fair bit in customs, but it made it kind of viable. I've just wanted them for so long. Every time I see them on anyone else's channel, I'm kind of like, I really want to own those. So super excited to have finally pulled the trigger and supported an indie brand. Of course, they're owned by It's Lightly Makeup, or Geordie, who's an influencer on YouTube. It's just great to support a fellow influencer and also a small brand as well, so particularly in these times. So yeah, super excited to have those. Next up, I made a little haul from Beauty Bay. I made a couple of hauls actually, but this was in this particular haul. I ordered the Metropolitan Palette by Nabla. I got the Wild Berry one and the Platinum one off the Nabla website, and this one was sold out. And being the completionist I am, I wanted this one as well. So they had it on Beauty Bay, so I picked it up there. I've not used it yet, but I will be playing with it on my channel soon. I think it's a little bit late for a first impressions because so many people have done those now, but I will incorporate it into sort of a playing with new makeup kind of video. And I think I'm not really a review channel as such. I just enjoy playing with makeup and showing you the looks that I can create. So I think that will be the best use for that one for me, to show you some looks with it. In that same haul, I also bought a Sugar Pill Pro Pan palette, just an empty one. They were £3.50 instead of £8, and while I was making another order, I thought, well, it's still in a reduced price because there are still some Sugar Pill shades I don't own that I want to own. Haven't bought them yet, but I thought I may as well just get this palette. Be the fourth one of those that I have. Really love Sugar Pill. I also ordered a Suva Beauty Hydra liner. I've got the one in Scrunchy, which is a neon kind of pinky orange, but I wanted the black because I want to do some playing with that. I want to kind of do one of those wings that covers the whole of your lid and then put like shimmer kind of duochrome shadows over that so they really pop. So I thought these are quite liquidy, so they're easy to manipulate over my older eyes, and I just thought it would work really well for that. Not tried it yet, but Didn't want to use gel liner for that purpose because I find that quite difficult to apply in large quantities to like my wrinkly eyes. So I think this will work a lot better. Again, in that haul I bought this, which is from Lily Lashes. It's a lash applicator because I've been getting into my lashes just lately. I normally apply them with my fingers and end up like stabbing my nails in my eyes and not doing a particularly great lash application. I've cut up my nails so that I could try and do it a little bit better, and it still didn't work very well for me. So yeah, I've got this. I just think it'll be a lot easier to pick up the lash and apply it. Not done it yet though, because it's a fairly recent thing to my collection, and I've not really been filming too often. I'll only wear lashes if I film, so we'll be using that soon though. Also from Beauty Bay, but in a separate haul, I ordered this, which you have seen a video from me on, and I'll link that if you've not seen it, which is the Sample Beauty Prodigy Palette Jewel Edition, and that's the colours inside this one. So I've done one look, as I say, but that's all I've done so far playing with this. Played with sort of these two shades and the black, and you know, made quite a nice look. I really enjoyed how the look turned out for that, and there's so many looks in this palette. I just need to get around to filming a 3 looks 1 palette with it. Currently at the moment on my eyes is a look that I've made with the Gone Rogue palette that I bought in the haul the previous month, and I'm currently working on a 3 look. So this one and the tutorial for it will be coming up as part of that if you're curious. And then as I'd got £10 of Tri-Points, and that palette was £20, if I'd spent the £10 of Tri-Points I wouldn't have been able to get free delivery. So this is always what happens. I decide to buy more things just to make the delivery kind of threshold. So wanted this forever. This is the Nabla Skin Glazing in Adults Only. I'd be using this as a blush, and it's super gorgeous. So I've heard Angelica Nikis talking about this a ton and recommending it, and she likes a glowy blush as I do, so I could pretty much trust her opinion on everything anyway, so I was fairly sure I was going to like it. Not tried it yet though, and I think it's really going to look beautiful on my pale skin. I think it's meant to be a highlighter on deeper skin, but it'll be great as a blush on my skin. So super excited to own that. Love Nabla as a brand. Just everything I've tried from them so far, their lipsticks, the new stylos, their eyeshadows, everything's just bomb. So really looking forward to playing with that. And the last thing I've got from Beauty Bay at that time, I think it was with the first haul that I showed you when I got the Hydra liner, I also got this by Sigma. So it's the Eyeshadow Base in Persuade. You've seen me in a couple of videos using that. It's very similar in shade on tone to the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, perhaps a little bit deeper, but it's a lot creamier, makes shadows really pop. I think I should have bought the shade Ignite like everyone else seems to use, because that would be paler, but this does work for me and I will be using it all up, and I think I like it better than the Paint Pot because it doesn't drag on your eyes as much. It's much smoother and it really makes shadows last all day, so totally recommend that. And then one last thing from Beauty Bay, and I'm not a skincare person normally, but this particular set, being the bargain hunter that I am, kind of spoke to me. So it's by LMS, and it's their Pro-Collagen Timeless Trio that I bought here. So I'll show you all the products, but that's the box that it comes in. It's really nicely packaged, and it's a special edition with everything all in that box, which makes it a lot better price wise. So in there you've got a Pro-Collagen Marine Cream, which you've got a 30 mils of that. Well, the 50 mils costs £87 on its own. They don't sell the 30 mil size as a separate thing, but the 50 mils is £87. This whole set of 3 items that I'm showing you was reduced to £80 and normally £95 for the set, but it's a £165 value. So when you see the other things you'll see why. But that's the cream which I'm using sort of as a day cream because it's got a SPF 30 in it. You also get the advanced eye treatment. Really been enjoying that, like for like the crow's feet area and just underneath my eyes for dark circles, and I think it has reduced them somewhat. I've not even got concealer on today really. I've just got the slightest bit on because my dark circles weren't looking too bad. And then you've got the Pro-Collagen Marine Oil, and this has been my favourite of the 3 things. I use this at night. Just a couple of drops goes a really long way over your face and neck, and It's got that smell that you get when you go to a spa, that eucalyptusy kind of scent that you get in a steam room or whatever, but just really luxurious, and it just kind of melts into the skin. I thought oil sounds like gross, like it would just sort of stick to your skin like a suntan oil or something, but it really doesn't. It just absorbs. It's almost gone by the time you like touch it to your face, really. But definitely noticed that my fine lines, of which I do have a lot, have diminished somewhat, particularly on my neck. That's one of the areas I've always had, or I've had a problem with as I've gotten older, and I think it's definitely improving that. I think the time's come now, I'm in my 50s, to start thinking about skincare. I was never bothered about it before, but I think I need to maybe do something. But it's never going to be my first look, because I'd rather spend my money on makeup, if I'm honest. But with the set, so it cost me £80 for those three, but then you got this set free, and there's lots of minis in here. So one of the things in here I have tried, and that's the cleansing balm, which is this. You only get very small size of this, but I want to buy the bigger one. It's like sort of a, well, balm is a good word. It's like a lip balm kind of consistency, but it just kind of, you rub it into your skin and then you massage it with water and it kind of foams a little bit. And then you just wipe it off, and it really takes your makeup off and leaves your skin super soft. So really been impressed with that. There's other things in here. There's an eye mask in there. Not sure I'll use that. There's another one of the marine cream. Oh no, that one's a gel mask. There's a gel mask. There is another one of the marine cream, but just a little mini there. And there's also another one of the facial oils, and they do it in a rose fragrance as well. So there's a tester one of that as well. But they do that in a bigger size like the one that I have. They're about £65 though for that oil. So I'm kind of sad that I like it so much, because, well, I think I might just buy a set, another one of these big sets as backup, because it's such good value. You're not getting the free gift anymore, but even now the price has gone up to £95 to get the Pro-Collagen Marine Cream, the eye treatment and the oil for the £95 is still really good value. And I'm on the top tier for Tribe points, so every time I spend 100 I get £10 back to my Tribe as well. So it just works out really well buying things through Beauty Bay. They've only recently started to carry LMS. I used to see it in places like Debenhams, but now Beauty Bay have got it, so works really well for me to get it from there. So just talking about Debenhams, I did make a little haul on Debenhams because I'd got some Debenhams Beauty Club points to spend. You can see a little theme going here. Like, I had £5 of points to spend, and I'm like, what am I going to buy so that I can meet the £50 limit, because they were doing £10 of points if you spent 50 at that particular time. And this is how I go on. So now I've got £10 of points sitting there from this haul. But it's a sprat to catch a mackerel, I know that, but I'll still do it anyway. But I got this set, which is really good value actually. It's a Bad Gal Bang mascara. You've got the full size of that, but you've got a mini size of the blue mascara, and you've got an eyeliner. And I think the Bad Gal Bang on its own is normally £22, £23, something like that. But this whole set was £27.50, which I think is a really good price for the products you're getting. I wanted to try that blue mascara forever, but I just didn't think I'd use a full size. You know, just not quickly enough before it would all dry out and go bad. So to have a mini size of it to try it out, and I really do like it, and to have the Bad Gal Bang, which I just needed a replacement for, and then to be able to try out the black liner pencil as well. I just thought it was a really, really good deal for that. But the main reason that I did the haul, well, there's a couple of reasons. I wanted a lip pencil to go with the coral lipsticks that I bought from Anastasia in last month's haul, because they're not really opaque enough, and I wanted something that I could line my lips fully and then put the lipstick over the top. So I got this one from Urban Decay. It's one of the 24/7 Glide On pencils. This one's in the shade Cruel, and I think that will do the job for me. I really love these pencils. They're expensive, but they're just my go-to for a lip pencil. I like a pencil that you can sharpen, in preference to one that you twist up. I just think it keeps a lot more of a precise point, and it's a lot more hygienic as well. And these are just soft and creamy, and you can use them to fill in your entire lips really easily. So I know they're expensive, but really, really like them. And then I wanted to get another MAC lipstick. I'm starting to really get into MAC lipsticks, and this one was in the sale, and it's one of their cream sheens, I think. Yeah, it's a cream sheen. It's in the shade Party Line, and that's the colour. So quite a deep brownish red, I suppose, but it's a Debbie colour for sure. So when I saw that one was in the sale, I think I paid about £9 for that. I thought, yeah, that'll be great to take me over my £50 limit to get my £10 of points for this month. So that was everything I got in my little Debenhams haul. Okay, back to Beauty Bay then. I made another Beauty Bay haul this month as well, and it was because this palette came out. So it's the 420 from Melt. You're probably aware if you follow me for a while, but I love Melt's eyeshadow formula, and I'm on a mission to collect all of the £10 palettes. The only ones I don't have now are the Gemini and the 27 palette, but I've got all the others. So as they come out, I'm trying to just buy them. But this is really my kind of colour story because I love yellows and those grungy greens. The only thing that kind of put me off is that all of them are matte with the exception of that one shade there. So that's kind of limiting, but I've got the Smoke Sessions palette and that's all shimmer besides two of the mattes, and they're really dark mattes. So I thought the lighter mattes from here will pair really well with the shimmers from that one. So just thought, you know, I'll add to my collection. I'm a collector of Melt anyway, but I can see how I can use it and get some more use out of the Smoke Sessions at the same time. And I think these will go great with the Rust palette as well. Just I'm starting to build up a bit of a collection of different shades from Melt. But the two shades, or three really, that spoke to me in here are these two and that one. So that's really why I wanted it. But I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful grungy green colour story. With that palette, they released two gel liners, and I only picked up one of them because one of them was like a deep chocolate brown, and I'd already got a liner from them that's similar kind of shade, so I didn't know if it would add that much. But I got the shade Wallflower, the green one, because this is just so unique. I haven't seen anything like this in terms of a gel liner. It's like an apple kind of green colour. It's really, really pretty. So I think with some of those like lighter yellows and then that as like a wing liner, that's going to look really, really special. Yeah, I think I might have bought this in this month as well. Just see if I can hold it up without knocking my camera over. But from By Allegory, they do these kind of plastic storage things, and I've got all of my Melt liners in there. I think you can just about see there. And some of my pots of shimmery shadows from MAC, but eventually this is where all of my Melt liners are going to sit so that I can keep them out on my beauty table and remember to use them. Got that from By Allegory. Not sure if I showed you it in my haul last month or whether I bought it this month, but it just reminded me when I was talking about the gel liner. But By Allegory make some of the best acrylic storage in my opinion. It's quality, it's really solid, it's made from one piece, it's comes all boxed when you get it. You just know you're buying something really, really nice, and it was £10.99 I think, so it wasn't expensive. Okay, next up I made a purchase from a UK indie brand called VE Cosmetics, and I bought this palette, the Vixen. Made a video on this already, a first impressions. Absolutely love the look I got out of this when I used it the first time. I still need to play with it some more, but it's definitely a Debbie colour story. All those oranges and reds and a black and a silver and a white. There's so much you can do with this. It's just beautiful. And got tempted to buy it by Nikki Raven, who's done lots of videos on this and has been raving about the brand, and I have to agree this is a really, really solid palette. And can't wait to use it some more. Next up, this arrived. So it's the Pastel Pup from Menagerie. Ordered it when they did the restock. So I didn't order it in the first batch of palettes that came out because I missed it. I just forgot the date that it was coming out, and they sell out really, really quickly. So if you're not on the site on the release day, they're gone. But I got it on the restock, but I've been waiting I think about 6 weeks for it to get to the UK, so haven't used it yet. Sure you're all aware of the colours inside this one because it's been all over all the colourful YouTube channels, people testing this out, particularly as pastels are such a trend at the moment. But excited to play with that, and I will be doing very, very soon. With that palette I wanted to get the additional duochrome shades, and they were still out of stock when I pre-ordered this one on the restock. So because it's $25 to ship from the States, from Menagerie to the UK, I just couldn't justify them placing another order for those single shadows and paying a $25 shipping fee for 3 shadows. So sadly I'm not going to get those, and I've seen an announcement now that they're no longer shipping anywhere outside of the US until all the shipping times go back to normal due to the virus, etc. So won't be getting anything new from them for some time, which makes me very sad because I've got every palette that they brought out, one of the lipsticks. You know, I really, really do love the brand. So if I manage to be able to pick up the next palette when it, you know, when the shipping's gone back to normal, I will of course pick that up because, as I say, they're one of my favourites. Okay, next up we've got Nomad Cosmetics, one of my favourite brands. Had to support this launch. It's the Studio 54 collection, but I also bought something else as well to kind of make it viable on the shipping front, because the shipping's $25 whether you're ordering one thing or 5 things, so I thought I may as well just make the most of it. So I ordered the Studio 54 collection, but also, as I say, one other palette. But this is the little eyeshadow quad that comes with the Studio 54 collection, and that's the shadows in there. I'm going to do a get ready with me with these. I was intending to do it weekend just gone, and it was gorgeous weather, and I just ended up just chilling in the sun, and I just didn't want to film. I just wanted to make the most of my weekend, but I will be doing that next weekend. I think the weather's going to be terrible in the UK, so that will be coming very soon. I bought both of the highlighters because there's 2 highlighters in this collection. That's the 3 items that make up the collection. So I've got the pink one, and it's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It's kind of a pink into purple duochrome, very glittery, but it really picks up the light. Really like it. But I think my favourite of the 2 highlighters is the orange one. That's this one. Can't wait to try that one on. Just haven't got the right look to use it today, and I need to tone in with the eye look that I'm rocking today, but can't wait to use this one. I think this is stunning. I love sort of anything peachy, orangey, corally on the cheeks. I just think it suits my colouring the best, so I think that one's going to look beautiful. As I say, I also picked something else up, and I have made a video on it already, and it's the Antilles Palette. Not going to lie, I wanted it because it's got flamingos on it, and I'm obsessive when it comes to flamingos. I think I've talked about this before, but the shades inside this one are super, super pretty. It screams summer. There's not many mattes in it. There's only 3 or 4 mattes, I think, but the rest are more like a satin formula, but you can blend them in your crease, and they're easy to work with. I had no troubles using it and really enjoyed the look that I created. I did something with the blues and the yellows and just looked super summery. So yeah, they had a discount on this palette, but I didn't get the discount because I ordered it before the discount started. But if you want it, I don't know if the discount's still running, but I think they have still got this palette, and as I say, really like it. Okay, next up we've got something super special to me, and it's again from Nomad, but I didn't buy it. It was a prize, a search or a gift from Nomad. So whether you're aware or not, but Nomad run a promotion called their Starfish of the Month, and the whole concept behind it is to spread positivity in the beauty community. They're just an amazing brand for that, how they shout out smaller creators like myself and, you know, try to award people for the sort of behaviours that people will want to see in the beauty community. And you can't put yourself forward for the award or show your work and try and get yourself noticed. It's got to be nominated by other people, which is what makes it so special. So I know a few of you that watch me nominated me, so thank you so, so much. But I was one of the winners for the March award, and so my prize for that was sent out to me on the 15th of April, but it's taken nearly 6 weeks to get here, but it's finally here. So what she sent to me was the latest release at the time, which was the Malibu Quad and also the Encinitas Quad. And I'd been eyeing these for a little while, but as I say, because the shipping is quite expensive and then I have customs on top of that to pay, I didn't pick them up. So I'm so excited to have them. So this one's the Malibu, and it's 3 matte shades. The greens are mattes and then 1 shimmer, and I love the grungy green tones like this, so really excited to have that. And just the packaging is just so, so nice. Like the surfboard on it feels like wood, and it's kind of raised a bit. They're just lovely. And then I got the Encinitas. That's the the colour story in that one. These are all mattes, but super unique tones like that bluey shade. What's that one called? Chase. Just think that's gorgeous. Love the pink as well. A bit more neutral, but I think there's quite a lot you can do with these quads. So, and I'm excited to play with those together with the Studio 54, because you've got duochrome shades in the Studio 54, but you've got mattes in here. So I think they're perfect foils for one another. So yeah, really happy to have received those. Honoured to be recognised as a positive force in the beauty community. So if you did vote for me, then as I say, thank you so much. Okay, we're getting down the list, but there's still a few more exciting things to show you. And next up we've got this, which is the Moon Prism blush palette from Lunar Beauty. Again, I've made a video on this and really enjoy this palette. I think it's a blush palette and I love blush at the moment. It's my obsession at the moment. I think the shades are gorgeous. I think there's deeper shades and lighter shades in here, so there's something for everyone. But I used one of the deep shades as contour and that worked well for me. Don't know how well the lighter shades will work on deeper skin tones, but on my skin tone I can literally make all of these work. And the powders are super fine and silky and blendable. Packaging's just beautiful. So as soon as I saw that, I knew I had to have it. I've been very impressed with Lunar Beauty, the eyeshadows. I've got 2 eyeshadow palettes, the Moon Spell and the Strawberry Dream, and I've got one of the lipsticks in the shade Witch Witch. And I love everything, as I say, that I've tried. I think the packaging is quality and the products inside are, and there's like a lot of love and care that's gone into that brand. So definitely wanted to own that and really glad that I do. Okay, next up we've got products that I've wanted for a long time. They're part of the Samantha March Ofra collection. They finally came to Beauty Bay, which made it viable for me to get them. I wasn't going to order anything else from the States because of how much I bought this month. When I saw these were on Beauty Bay, I wanted to support Samantha, one of my favourite YouTubers and just an all-round lovely person, I think. So I just really wanted to support her. And I just love Ofra quality as well, so I knew I would like these. So I've gone for the bronzer duo in River and the blush in Chick Lit Plus. So that's the bronzer. So you've got half a matte bronzer and half a shimmery bronzer. Thought that was great to have both options there. And it's the same story with the blush. You've got a shimmery side and a matte side. Really like the colours. As I say, I like a sort of peachy kind of blush. So I think these are going to look really pretty, and as I say, I'm really into blush and bronzer and any kind of face products right now, and I'm trying to buy a bit more of those sort of products and a bit less of eyeshadow where I can, because I've got a lot of eyeshadow. This haul is a bit more varied than normal, I think. So next up then is not makeup at all, it's brushes. So I made an order from the Morphe website, and I'm really enjoying Morphe brushes at the moment, and they keep having these sales where they've got kits and then the kit's already a good price and then they have 50% off, and whenever they do that I can't resist. So ordered the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Eye Master brush set, and I also got the Cheek Master one as well, and both of them come in bags, really lovely. So in the brush set you've got a variety of different sizes and shapes of brushes, some of which are similar to what I own from Morphe. Some are ones I've never tried before, but these were £20 I think for the eye set, or 25, something along those lines. But to get, what is there, 8 brushes? Yeah, 8 brushes there. It's a really good deal, I thought. And then the face brush set really appealed to me, because the only brush that I own that's a face brush really from them is in the Jeffree Star brush collection, and it would be this one, like the highlight one. But all the others that are in this set I don't own anything like, so that one looks great as like a bronzer brush, because it's kind of pinched on the top. I think it'll be able to contour with it, and it's nice and big and fluffy, which I like. There's a foundation brush. There's a blush brush, or could use that for contour, I guess. It's one of those kind of angled ones. And then this one I think is good for setting your powder on your concealer under your eyes as well, but lots of uses for that, to be honest. So I think, as I say, they were half price. I'm sure they were 25, 30, something along those lines for all of those brushes. So with the bag as well, made it a really good deal, so I couldn't pass that up. I'm going to be saving the very best product, or the one I'm most excited about, till last. But last but not least, I made an order from another indie brand, and this release came out I think around about 18 months ago, and ever since then I've wanted it. And it just became possible because they had a 20% off discount code for a first order. I signed up to their kind of mailing list, and they delivered that into my mailbox, and I was like, oh, I can do it now because that will counteract the shipping and customs a little bit. And it's the Trilogy bundle from Pinky Rose. You've got 3 palettes in the set. I'm sure you guys have probably seen them before if you follow colourful makeup, because as I say, they are not new to the market. But I don't buy things for my channel, as I say, to review them or necessarily to get views, or maybe I should do, but that's not what I do it for. I buy things that speak to my heart and that I want to own. And I just recently watched Angelica Nikis' palette collection video, and she was showing all her indie palettes, and these palettes came up again. It kind of just reminded me, and I just wanted them. So we've got the Obsessed palette here, and that's the shades in that one. Super gorgeous colour story. That yellow, there's 2 yellows, there's a matte and there's a shimmer. So that Stay Golden is a shimmer and Party On is a matte, and I think a yellow monochromatic look with just a big black wing with those will look gorgeous. But there's so much you can do with this. Also got the Exotic Peacock. Keep seeing my friend Anki using this one, and whenever I see her use it, I want it more, and so I'm really excited to have it. It's her colour story for sure. Not so sure if it's mine necessarily. I love the purples and the greens, not so much of a blue fan, but there are some really unique tones in here, like that colour, Risque, it's really speaking to me. And it's just such a unique story to have, like these different tones of purples, blues and greens in a palette, and then this sort of random like pop of pink in there. I just think it's beautiful. So last but not least is my favourite of the bunch, and the one that I wanted the most, which is the 80s Baby. I'm a 60s baby, but I've got the 80s Baby palette now, and it is such a beautiful colour story. It's just gorgeous. So that's the shades in there. A bit more pinky toned purples, which I think is more the way that I like to lean when I'm going for a purple look. They're sort of more like the purples from the Bloodlust palette rather than like the bluey kind of tone purples that are in the Exotic Peacock. But you've got some reds and oranges in here and yellows. So I think this one is more my kind of colour story. I was showing these to my husband yesterday, and he was saying you're pretty much covered. You take all 3 of those anywhere with you and you've got just about every shade you're ever going to need, and I have to agree. And they're really super slim packaging, like, you know, it's not wasted. There's always like normally bulk to packaging with things, but you know, the packaging is just the size of the product. You've got a nice mirror in there, reasonable amount of product as well. I just think these just look really, really nice. Right, last but not least then, and the thing I said I probably would never buy, and then I said to myself I'll treat myself to this when I hit my 1,000 subscribers. Don't get excited guys, we're not there. It hasn't happened, but I couldn't resist picking this up in the end because I think I would have kicked myself if I didn't. So I'm talking of course of a Mcgrath palette. And I wasn't really bothered about which one I got. I suppose I wanted the Bronze Seduction the most, but this one is the 3, so the Mothership 3 Subversive. I'll just take it out of the packaging. I have unwrapped it and had a look anyway. I've already got my fingerprints on it. It's a sort of packaging that will pick up fingerprints. It's mega heavy. It's just quality. It's so beautiful. It's like gold on the back. It's gorgeous. I'll show you the shades inside and then I'll tell you why I got it. So that's the shades in that one. And it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to dip into these special shades and see if they're as special as everybody says that they are. But I thought this one was good because it's a lot of shimmer shades, and I think that's what she's known for, is her shimmers. But there are some deepening shades. There's like a brown there and a black, so you've got ways to deepen it up, but these 4 in particular just really spoke to me. I was going to get the bronze one, as I say. That one sold out really quickly because what happened was they had 20% off on Selfridge's website of everything Pat McGrath, and you just don't see deals on Pat McGrath very often. It's normally £115 for one of these Mothership palettes, and so they were down to £92, and I thought it's still extortionate for an eyeshadow palette. But you've got 10 shades in here. Yeah, 10 shades, and I thought with this special formula in there, you're talking like, you know, £9 a shade. I've paid £12 a shade for my Sugar Peel singles, and quite happily done that. I think it's just spending it for a palette just seems like a hell of a lot of money. But as I say, I was going to treat myself when I reach my subscriber kind of goal. I may never get there, and you know, I would have missed up the chance of getting this for a cheaper price. And by the time I deliberated over it, I spent all night thinking, can I justify spending this money? The Bronze Seduction one had gone by then. And there was this one left, or the one with the greens in it. And I decided that this one had the more special looking, special shades. And that, as I say, is the formula that I really am excited to try. So I finally own a Pat McGrath palette. Would you guys be interested in seeing that featured on my channel, or is that too bougie a thing and you're following me more for like my indie makeup? I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone that I've kind of made this really expensive purchase when a lot of you are perhaps struggling for money. I totally understand and get that, but if you'd like to see it, then please let me know down in the comments and I will feature it. Otherwise, I've just bought it just because I wanted it for me. So hope you've enjoyed seeing the haul. I know it's a huge amount of products and it's taken quite a while to get through them all, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing them, and probably won't be buying nearly so much in the month of June. I'm on holiday for a couple of weeks of June, not going anywhere, obviously nobody's going anywhere, but I've got 2 weeks off, and we've bought a gazebo kind of pergola kind of thing that we're going to be putting up, and we're going to redo our patio. I'm going to be mega busy doing that and spending a lot of money like revamping the garden, so don't think I'm going to have the funds to buy much makeup. So the only things I'm really on the hunt for are a cream bronzer and cream blush, and I've been waiting for the ones from Milk Makeup to restock on Cult Beauty forever. So if they come in, I'll probably pick those up. And I do have a Dubious Place order that I made a week ago, and that's still going around different distribution places in America and hasn't made its way out of the country and on its way to me yet. But that's quite a big haul of a lot of different products because they had a big sale for the Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, that's it. That's everything that's coming to my makeup collection in the month of May. You'll be seeing a lot of these things in my rotation coming soon. As I say, I've made videos on some of this already, which I will link for you either in the cards or down in the description box or on the end screen for you. But what did you guys pick up? I'd love to know. Drop some comments down below, let me know. What are you excited to see me use on my channel out of what I've shown you as well? I'd love to know that. But that just about wraps up the haul, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to be, I'd love to have you. But other than that, have a lovely day or night. Take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye guys.